The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. I've got all kinds of technical problems today, boys and girls. All I have is echoes, and I don't have any more Discord on my program. It just flat out disappeared. And you know what, boys and girls? I hate this echo stuff. I'm about ready to, I tried to post it. I can't take this echo. I need help, but I need help, Al. Get somebody to help me because I will go absolutely stark raving mad, and I know that's a short distance, but that's neither here nor there. I just, I'm having a real difficulty here with these. The echo seems to be gone, but I don't even know if I'm being heard by anybody or not. I had the Discord on my program somewhere, and I've searched for it and searched for it and searched for it, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So it was there just a second ago, and just as I got ready to do the program, guess what? And I had some really good charts today. Folks, we've got the Fed going to act this week. You can see what's happening to the bond market, folks. It's melting down. The Fed has big problems. And if you think these problems are bad, you should take a look what's going on over in China and Hong Kong. Sarah showed me a video this morning of Hong Kong at the busy time of the day. There was nobody on the streets, folks. It was a ghost town. And the same thing with Shenzhen. It's a city, multi-millions people city, 7 to 10 million people, just about an hour away from Hong Kong. And there's nobody there. I mean, it's just totally empty. I mean, they're in the houses, I guess. And then if you look at the harbor in Hong Kong is also rather shallow. So evidently they're calling back a little bit. I don't know where I stand, folks. I can't post a chart. I can't get any information. I don't even know if I'm being heard by anybody or whether anybody really cares or not. So I really don't know what to do next. I think what I'm going to do now is to close the program and try to reboot and get everything up. I'm sorry, this was working just as I got ready to start, and then it doesn't work. But that's just the nature of the game sometimes. And I certainly don't have it anywhere. It's just disappeared on me. I don't know where it is. Okay, I'll try to get back in a little bit. See what happens here. Shut the front door and raise her head. Boy,
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the opening call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Does anybody hear me? Does anybody? Oh, this is not so good here. Oh boy! 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 Where's the Tiger Den in here? Broadsword to Danny boy. Does anybody hear me out there in the radio land? Boy, this is okay. Well, shucks, I don't know what to do now. Man alive. I don't know what's going on. I don't see anything happening from anywhere. No. This is not good.
Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
If you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
So hopefully things are working. I posted a chart of wheat. I have one for each of the commodities, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do them all because of the technical problems that I had. And they're personally involved, folks. It has nothing to do with TFN and their program. It's just that I hit the wrong buttons, and that throws me into a quagmire. But take a look at this wheat chart, folks. You can see the number of times we went limit up here over the past 8 or 10 days. But the key there is you'll notice the first retracement we had exactly at the 382 level, just absolutely spot on. Now, I'm going to try to get back into this and show you just a few others that we are watching here that I think you'll have some interest in them. Just give me 1 second here, and I'll do my best to get it up here. But this is one that was very, very important to all of us because we love trading the gold market. And let's just hope that this one works. If it does, I'm a happy camper already. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Okay, folks, this is a 4-hour chart on the gold. You can see the ABCD pattern. You can see the $100 breaks. At that point, we said if it breaks any more than that, especially after we made a perfect 382 retracement up here at that time, and I can't do that right now. Just a second. Hold on. I got to talk to Tommy Hugard. Just a minute. Sorry. That must have been important. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, you'll see the 4-hour chart just absolutely set up. You can see the 382 retracement. Now, folks, if you want to really try to learn this stuff, go see what happened. And I'll do these tomorrow. Norm Winski's are here at the break here. But tomorrow I'll bring up every single one of these. I mean, I had 8 of these that did exactly the same thing over the last several days. And I think you need to see these. And, well, you don't need to see them. What am I talking about? Anyway, if you'll take a look at that, you'll see that we have a really beautiful 382 up there. The ABCD on that goes to 1910, folks. If you can't buy gold at 1910s, quit this business because that's an ABCD, and it's going to be down, folks, believe it or not, $160 down from the high. And that's a big number, folks. That's 5 harmonic numbers. And so it should stop right there at 1910. You don't have to risk more than $10 there. That's the main thing to pay attention to. Just keep the amount of money that you have at risk very, very small. But that isn't the first major ABCD that we've had in well over 3 or 4 weeks, more than that, probably 5 weeks, because it's been a vertical move. And so anyway, we're trading around 1950 and change right now. So we're only $40 away. It should be hit today or tomorrow. And so let's watch that very, very closely. Very, very important one. And, hey, from my perspective, because I look at these from, a pattern perspective, and that's, really what I'm trying to do when I see these. Now, the next one I want to get up here and show you that is related to a couple other things that we look at. And this is the one that really is causing the problems everywhere, boys and girls. So give me a second, and I will get this one up, God willing, and I know she is. We'll get this up here. Share the screen. I got this working now. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Okay, here's where the problem is, folks. You can see back there at 161, almost 161. We had a perfect 61% retracement. It missed it by 8 pips. Now we're breaking down badly. You see how it's broken through the 61% retracement already. And with the Fed out there, you know that they've got to do something to try to tam inflation. And what it's going to be, I'm not sure. Whether it's going to be high interest rates or not, I really don't know. All I know is that we're getting great volatility, and this is what we're looking at. So if these bonds start to break, folks, you're looking at that target that we've been watching on bonds for a very long time, and that would come in at 129. And at that point, the bonds will be very, very attractive, but not here at this level right here. That means our rates would be close to about 3 to 3.5%. Remember, the benchmark for many years was 4 or 5%. The old people, relied on those, and then we went to 1% and under. That was a basic tax on old people, and that's how we had to pay the price. So remind ourselves of that. Now let's just go back, and I want to do one other one here because it's just related to what we're talking about. These are the big ones because these are the ones that everyone is following. They look at things a little differently. Let's get this up here right here. I got to change the screen here. Now I have to go live, and I hope that's it. There we go. Now we're looking at crude oil, folks. You see it made the high there at 129 back a few days ago, all right? Then we broke down. Look where we rallied to, folks, right to the 382 within 50 pips. And now we're heading down, and we're still heading down. And it looks like we're going to get to pretty close to $90 to $95 a barrel. Now that's down from 129. I mean, that's a heck of a move. So let's watch that. Whether this thing in the Ukraine is going to be over or not, I don't know. Frankly, I think the stock market is holding up incredibly well, given the fact that's what's happened in the world. Look at the Chinese stock market, folks, and look at the Hang Seng. You know that? That's it. we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's going on. But anyway, and the other thing, folks, this whole thing with Ukraine might already started the process of being over. No one knows that, and the news that you get is totally different than probably what's happening out there, just like everything else. So let's remind ourselves that it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. So that's the main thing of taking a watch of what we're looking at here today as we watch some of these things unfold. Now, I do have one other one that I want to show you. Then we're going to have Norm coming up here in a break, and that is the Bitcoin, because I really believe that, and I'm just a chartist, but if we get this up here, why did that happen? Go live. Here we go. Now I think, there we go. All right, there's the Bitcoin. You can see I put that orange arrow in. That's the 382 retracement, folks. We haven't been able to make that in just over 4.5 weeks. That's not a good sign. Anything under 36,000 could set up big drop in cryptocurrencies, which would be a greatest spot buying opportunities. Then silver was at $4 an ounce. Anyway, let's move on here and have Norm Winsky from Astro Trends as our guest coming up next. We'll be right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets, but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other tigers and tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we are missing our good friend Norm Winsky of Astro Trends. I think Norm must be a little bit out of the weather. So we'll see what happens if we can get him up here. I have to show you this one, folks. This was posted to us by our good friend Mike up in Canada from Kimball Charts. I did the same chart for the Hang Seng, and I did I did a nice video on it. I thought I did because I got a lot of compliments on it. But let's take a look here at what we're watching here with this Hang Seng. This is really, in fact, it's the same as the Chinese market too, folks. It's really quite dramatic. You can see here we got this pennant that's up here, and we stopped exactly, folks. This is what's important from my perspective, being a technician. Now, we had the Hang Seng down 1,000 points today. That was down at 19,100, I believe. Pretty close to that, whatever it was. Anyway, should we gap down tonight and leave a gap there? Boy, oh boy, that is going to be pretty nasty. So pay attention. To market to be down 5% in one day, you'll see on that chart that they're pointing at a 16,000. That would really be easy, because that's we're right at that 61% retracement on that long-term monthly. So it's very, very important that it holds this level. And it's pretty hard to hold it, because being down 10%, it's going to cause government interaction, I believe, to come in to keep it, from going down. But we'll be able to see it. The other chart that I was trying to get to before, but I ran out a little bit of a time. But since we have time here, I'll get this up here so you can folks to take a look at it. We talked about this last week when Mr. Z was on the line, and that was the fact that we had this long-term chart here of, you can see this is the long-term wheat chart. And, the fact that it went much higher than the one we have posted. This is the one I had posted from last week, but we got up to just about $14 a bushel. Well, it did. I just missed the line up there. It did get to $13.60 a bushel, as you can see. And we sold off $3, a little more than $3 a bushel, which isn't much in wheat, but it's still substantial. We're trading around 11 something right now. But the last time that happened, you see, wheat went from 14, all the way down to 450. It took a couple of years to do that, for 2 years, but that was during the financial crisis that we had in 2009. So the good part about it is, folks, is that what you're trying to do is to try to find an entry point where you not have to, to sell the kids and mortgage a house and stuff like that. Take little shots at it till you get it right. I mean, you've got to be able to do one or two things correctly, and the best thing to do is to focus on the risk. I haven't found anything easier to do than that. Is that's what the ABCD patterns do, is that they do tell you that you're setting right on a situation where you have an ABCD, and if D doesn't fail, if D doesn't work, you're wrong. You got to get out of it. We had a really small loss in the Japanese yen today. We had a beautiful trade. Everything was set up on it perfectly, and it's all through the night. It stayed, within a $120 to $200 loss, and then of course it went up and took out the stop at $300. But that's just here to there. You move on to the next one. If you'd have done the meal trade, or if you'd have done some of the other trades that we were looking at, especially in the crude oil, we had a 382, folks, at 117, and that, you see, it's down almost $10 a barrel from there. That's a lot, considering you're only risking about $600. So did I take all of that? Of course not. I take a little bits and pieces of it, and I thank the trading gods. And we had Mr. Bo on just a line here in the den talking about the fact that he had sold Nikkei when it was 160, and he got out at 120. Of course, it's still been dropping, but like you say, only God keeps the high ticks and low ticks for herself, and she really doesn't trade too much anymore, because I understand, she doesn't need the money. Well, we'll hopefully have Norm here on a bit, but I'm going to go through a few others things that we're looking at here that are helpful if you like pattern recognition, and of course a lot of the folks here do. Let's just get this. This was really a really nice one too, folks. If you like the videos that I send out, this is what I do. When I do the videos each day and I find some of these things. You can see here, this is the heating oil. You can see the big ABCD pattern that formed up there at the top. Again, this is a 60-minute chart, but there's your ABCD. AB equals CD, as old Mark Douglas used to say. The market breaks, and it really breaks, folks. You can see how quickly it broke. Rallied up to the 382, and it's still going down. So when that big pattern completes, that's going to be something, really, really interesting. The other question that someone's asked, have we ever been involved with these war situations before? Yes, we have, folks, but not to the extent that we have a journalist was killed in the Ukraine, but they are actually out in the field with these people. I mean, we have reports of, when something goes off, they tell you right away exactly what happened. Before, we might know for 2 or 3 weeks. Well, we still might not know for 2 or 3 weeks. But the news that they are getting, we are assuming that it is correct. Now, one of the things that I heard last night, and I tell you, I find this really hard to believe, that the United States reported that Russia has been asked to supply military-grade weapons to Russia. China has been asked by Russia to ask for military-grade weapons. Now, if I were Putin and I had to have weapons, do you think I would let anybody know that I was going to do that? Now, they say there's ways that people can understand and find out what's going to that, and maybe it's true. But to me, I mean, just being a statistician or a strategist, I would say, look, if I needed something, I don't want anybody to know that I need it. Otherwise, they're going to raise the price or even make it more difficult. So that's why the news is so difficult and why I try to listen to as little as possible. That's the main thing that I wanted to do here as we go through here. Well, I guess something has happened to Norm today. He's had a lot of trouble with the internet down there, so let's take a look at it. Now, let's switch over to something else. We're just going to go to a different commodity here altogether that we've been quite negative on for quite some time, and that is the old cup of joe, the old coffee market. And I want to get this up here so you'll be able to see it. Here's coffee. We have this humongous break. You can see the trend line there, the first trend line. You'll never guess what that ratio is, boys and girls. I won't even tell you. But I will tell you what the second one was just like the first one, 0.382. You can't make it up. Anyway, if you're having trouble with your trading, folks, try the 382. Try it on for size. It'll fit. It's got everything that you could ask for. It's based on Mandelbrot's AB equals CD fractal. You don't have to count waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 28, 16, 14, whatever they are. I happen to be invited to go to a webinar this weekend, and it was on GAN and Elliott Wave. And folks, I swear to God, I've been in this business for 61 years, and I didn't understand what these people were talking about. Honest to God. I really didn't. I mean, they had stuff in there that was so confusing to me that I said, holy moly, guacamole. And I lasted for about an hour and a half out of the 2.5-hour program, but then I just actually dozed off. And then I finally, when I woke up, it was already over, but that's neither here nor there. Now let's switch over to the old red metal here. This is copper. I want to get the price of the chart up so we can see it clearly. And you'll get up here and get the screen. I'm actually getting the hang of this thing here. Holy cow. If the pattern doesn't disappear with me, I'm okay. Here's the copper. You can see the big ABCD to the downside. Guess where the retracement went to, boys and girls? Spot on, 0.382. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for Dave's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, we're back, folks, and with a little bit of luck and the trading gods on our side, we'll have none other than Norm Winsky from Astro Trends on the line now. Norm, are you there?
Yes, sir, Larry. Can you hear me okay?
You're coming in just great, buddy. I hope you're able to show the charts into the Tiger Den because, unfortunately, I don't know how to do that yet. Eventually, I'll figure it out, but I'm not sure whether they're in there yet. I don't seem to see any. But why don't you tell the folks what you're looking at this week. We've already cut the segment really short, so give us the real skinny of what you're watching here, Norm.
All right. Well, just the backstop. If anybody would like, I will send them the notes for this that I prepared for the show. Okay.
Great.
Okay,
you want to tell the email right now? Ask for the email right now so we can double check it.
What's that?
Give your email right now so we can double check it. NWINSKI@EM, like Edward Mary, BARQMAIL.com. That's good. Go ahead, please continue.
And they can call me at 239-594-3939 or call me on Skype at NWINSKI_1. Okay, I'm going to skip over the review because we are short on time and go right to the skinny here, right to the chase. I hope they can see the charts because I had a great chart to show them, but they can get it by email.
Okay.
And I did my version of Bradley. By the way, on the review, I had 19 winners, 7 misses out of 26 for 73.07%. Now we're going to jump to what's coming up. We got a cluster of events coming up here starting on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we'll have Uranus to the U.S. chart. That's U.S. stocks, T-bonds, dollar. That's got a major change in trend there for that. The night of the 17th, we have a full moon in Virgo. You want to watch the financials, grains, precious metals, and especially soybeans because it's in Virgo. And what we're looking for is the markets that are getting to some kind of extreme where they going up or going down. Sideways, we don't do sideways. All right, and then the 18th, and the night of the 18th, we have Venus at an extreme point in the Venus cycle, and that's cattle, copper, cotton, sugar, and wheat. And then also over that weekend, the weekend 18th, Saturn to the U.S. chart. So those are your 4 event windows there coming up toward the end, starting on Wednesday. All right. Then I have a chart here. I don't know if anybody can see this or not. This is my version of the Bradley model, where you add up the planetary events and plot them on a graph. I did this back in January. This is the February results. The blue line, if anybody can see that, I had it topping out the first 10 days of February, first 10 days of February, and then down, 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 and that's pretty close to what happened, And there we go. And then, so that's pretty much it. I don't know if anybody can see this or not. Go back and you can take a screenshot if you can see it. And I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go, then we're just on that. If you contact me, you can get a free class. And there you go. And I gave you my contact information there. There's, I'm in sunny Naples, Florida, 239-594-3939. And Winski at Embark, EMBARQMAIL.com. Skype, NWINSky_1. Any questions, comments?
Well, I tell you what, I really would like to see, any chance you could make a cameo appearance tomorrow morning early so we can see this Bradley and some of these others. What I'd like for you to do, Norm, if you'll send me that Bradley and those indicator that you had.
Already have it all. I sent you my notes last night.
Listen to me. Yes, sir. When you send them to me, the charts are so big that I cannot copy and paste them into the room. They're just too large. I mean, you've got writing all over them, and they're just too large. You got to make them a little smaller so that I can put them in there, and then I'll be able to look at them. So if you can do that, let me know, and I'll post them in there tomorrow. We'll chat again.
I don't know how to size them. You have to size them on your end so they work.
Yeah, right. Two guys from Indiana trying to figure out how the computer works. Give me a break. We have a better chance of hitting the lottery, Norm.
Okay.
Hey, listen, thanks for joining us, buddy, and we will have you on really soon because we like your stuff, and I'm sorry we had to mix up. 90% of it's my fault, and the other 10% is my fault. So we'll get this stuff working eventually, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
You bet. Norm Winski, folks. And anyway, he's always got some great things. I'd like to see his work on the Bradley because he's been working on it as long as anybody that I've had here. Find her a middle schooler to do it, Duffy. You're absolutely right. I called my 8-year-old grandson this morning. He said he didn't have time to help me. Anyway, no, that's not true. Anyway, we'll get something else moving here. Let's get on to a couple other charts that are very interesting here, folks. The main thing is to keep an eye on what happens to the Hong Kong market tonight because Shane just told me send him as a PDF file. That's very good. And we're going to have Shane on Thursday. Tomorrow's guest will be Stan Harley. On Wednesday, we're going to have Jeff Huge of Alpha Insights. On Thursday, we're going to have Shane Smolian of wolftrader.com. And I've given up trying to connect Mr. DiNapoli. He's too busy for us, so there's nothing else I can do but to worry about that. The big thing is watch the news with the the market action with the Federal Reserve coming out there today. I mean, they're having a hard time keeping these interest rates from going, very, very high. We hit all-time record, I think, on the T-note. I think a 10-year hit 2.1 or something, I heard. I might have been confused about that one, but that's the one that I did. Now, I did post a chart of Royal Bank. Let me get this up here. Our good friend up in Montreal, Mike, wanted to ask about the Royal Bank, and I'll get this up here so we can take a look at it here, and I just click that on. And this is a Canadian bank, folks. All I can tell you is it made a nice Gartley there at the 707 retracement. That's also a 20-minute line if you drew the line across. It's had a nice rally. The problem is the rally only went to the 382, and boy, from my perspective, that's a red flag. So let's remind ourselves that if these things can't get any higher than that, get out of the way. So we'll see how it's going to work. But anyway, let's remind ourselves. The Fed does not come out until Wednesday. Thank you, Mr. G7, for telling me that. And I saw it on the news somewhere, but since I don't follow it too much, I really don't get involved with the Fed. I watch how the action works around it. But other than that, it's not it's not that important. Here's one that is really important, and we are really close here, folks. There's a couple of problems with this chart, and I'll tell you, because the reason why I have seen so many things over the weekend, because I wasn't talking, which is not hard to do, I started looking at it, and there were so many projections on the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. They were all the same. Boys and girls, when you see all these projections going to be the same, you could almost be assured that something's not right. So the fact that this market is holding up extremely well may be the indicator that we might be getting ready for a big rally. And gosh, I hope we get it, because I don't like to see people going through what they're going through over there. I never had to do that, and none of my family had, other than my father and his brothers in World War II, but not good. 877-927-6648.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you looking for a secured investment which pays you on a monthly basis? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be the program for you. The best rate on a 5-year CD in the country right now, according to Bankrate.com, is paying 1% per year or $1,000 per $100,000 invested. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly, on secured, high-value, buildable properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment is for 4 years, paying 7% per year or $7,000 per $100,000 invested. Your investment is secured by high-value real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. Your investment can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000. Do you want to make $1,000 per year on $100,000 invested or $7,000 per year on a secured Tiger First mortgage? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be just the program for you. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly. For more information, you can call 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I posted a chart of the S&P, and that's the S&P cash, as you can see, and it's also got all these targets that people are looking at between 3,800 and 3,600, and that could certainly happen. But when you see so many of them, gee, it makes you suspect. I want you to see this next one because this, I think, is important. This was our losing trade that we had last night, folks. This was an absolute perfect setup, except for one thing that was wrong, and that is that big, wide-ranging bar going up into the 1.618. However, It had so many numbers up there on the daily and weekly that you just had to do it. It ended up being a $300 loss, but that's the kind that you have to do because sometimes they stop right there and they roll right over. Your risk to reward ratio there was about 5 or 6 to 1. Unfortunately, it was reversed this time. You lost the $300, but the other trades that we looked at last night all worked pretty nicely. This was the only one that didn't work very well at all. So remember, folks, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. Keep preaching on it. Eventually people will be able to get what's going on here. Yes, the Chinese market is in great distress, and of course the government over there can control that market, so don't be surprised to free them changing rules and all kinds of stuff. But the main thing is if that Hang Seng happens to gap down sharply tonight, and I don't think that it will, but that's my opinion. And of course, opinions are like armpits. Everybody has one, and it usually smells. So that's all it means. But watch that opening tonight in Hong Kong. That comes in at around 8:30 tonight here in the Pueblo here in Tucson. So 11:30 in New York, and we'll watch that very, very closely. Keep your money in your pockets. I think we're going to be able to buy the gold down there at 1911, 1910 here today, or not today, but probably tomorrow, maybe the next day. Oh, maybe around Fed time. We'll watch that. Let's just shoot for Wednesday on that one. So that's it. So that's what we're looking at today, boys and girls. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. Keep those cards and letters coming in, and we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow with our guest, none other than Stan Harley of the Harley Stock Market Letter.